Hey guys, what's going on today? Bojo here, and we are back for some more news on NHL 16, as today we're going to be looking over a bunch of more questions that have been answered by the guys over at EA. So if you have not seen my previous 2 or 3 videos, make sure you guys go to www.easports.com/NHL/ask, where you will be brought to a page that has a ton of questions on NHL 16 that have already been answered, as well as you can ask your own questions in the hope to have them answered by Rammer or the guys at EA. So there have been a bunch of more questions that have been answered since our last video, so let's dive right into them and see what more news we can dig up on NHL 16. So first off, the question regarding EASHL was that, is there going to be tournaments? Basically, are the playoffs going to be weekly or monthly format? And the answer is that the overwhelming support has been to bring back the monthly playoffs, but they will be able to tune or tweak the playoffs depending on how the response to them is. So even though there won't be a grind this year in the EASHL, I'm still fine with them bringing back the monthly playoffs. Have it actually mean something this year. So this one regards HUT is that, is there going to be any offline HUT challenges that reward either packs or coin bonuses? And unfortunately, there will not be anything like that. There will be the select tournament in offline HUT that you can enter and possibly get coin rewards from them, but no packs or coin bonuses will be awarded. The only way to get coins in offline HUT is going to be open packs, play games against the computer, and work the market. This one regards GM mode. How will player evolution work in be a GM? And it's going to be the exact same way it has been for the past couple of games. Put the player in the right position and watch him progress. Alright, this one regards EASHL again. Will the new player classes in EASHL, will there be any attribute type system to give any customization to the player stats like speed, hand-eye, etc.? And unfortunately, the answer is no, as we have answered this question multiple times before. There's going to be preset classes in EASHL, which you will be able to play. You can't edit them, and you're just going to have to play to the stats that have been given to you. This one is, have you made significant improvements to the AI that should not be in this game, such as skating off sides, taking interference penalties, and running through the goalie? And basically the answer was that they are looking for ways to improve their AI both offensively and defensively, but they want to try to have them remain as human as possible. So taking penalties and going off sides will be part of the experience depending on how the play evolves around them. Next one up is there going to be a 3 stars of the game celebration at the end of the game? And unfortunately, that is not going to be the case, although they are still looking to upgrade some things with the NBC broadcast, whole package. So unfortunately, there's not going to be a 3 stars of the game celebration, but we hope to see some new I guess intros and outros this year. Alright, so this next question here, I really like this next question here regarding, I guess, HUT and just general stats for the game. Will player numbers be so highly inflated? It seems NHL 15 took a huge step towards boosting player numbers, making it seem like it really didn't matter who you played. According to NHL 15, Tyler Bozak in 87 is almost as good as Phil Kessel, and Clarkson's 85 is almost as good as JVR, who is at 87. The entire game is riddled with examples like this, not to mention that the goalies basically fit into 2 categories, 85 to 86 or 93 and above. I think that some diversity in player rating would go a long way into helping teams feel more unique instead of top line and 3 second lines. So I really like this question. Hopefully the scouts this year will do a lot more upgrading. Hopefully we will be able to see a much more varied range in the overalls in both HUT and just the general stats for the game for the players. Like they said, they have a professional scout who provides the NHL, AHL, and CHL ratings. So I think we will be able to see a lot more variation in player overalls next year, and I'm looking pretty forward to that, to see a lot of the young players or the players who weren't even in this game, what overall they're going to give them, and the overalls that they're going to give some of the players who struggled or had very good years. Okay, so next up, as you guys have seen from the previous video with the Winnipeg Whiteout as well as the Shark Chomp, do you have the New York Islanders yes, yes, yes crowd chant after they score a goal in NHL 16? And this one is, they cannot confirm what they have for the Islanders quite yet, but they are trying to add as many authentic team presentations and atmosphere elements into the game. So it's not confirmed as of yet, but we could possibly see that yes, yes, yes New York Islanders chant in the game. Alright, are there going to be more updated player likenesses for players that currently have generic faces? And yes, we were able to scan additional heads and update player likeness for NHL 16, so there you go. We might actually see more players actually looking like themselves in NHL 16 due to new updated player faces and models. Alright, will there be a full-featured practice mode? And a full-featured practice mode is high on our priority list, but is currently not planned for NHL 16. So, you know, setting up computers, playing with your friends, you know, setting up certain plays like that, EASHL style, there's not going to be anything like that, unfortunately, in NHL 16. For Be a Pro, can we choose to be a hockey player such as Sidney Crosby? And unfortunately, that is not the case. For Be a Pro this year in NHL 16, you will only be able to play as your created character. This year, it's all about creating your character and living out your NHL career. As we have mentioned before, you can be your AHL team in the Be a GM mode. Like I said, the AHL teams is back, so you will be able to play with them. As I have showed you guys in the preview video for the menu screens, the menus have definitely been worked on, and they're definitely looking to upgrade their usability and performance. And this one, will there be more kinds of penalties in NHL 16? This one is, we haven't added any new penalties to the game, but that we haven't had in the past, but we have put focus on ensuring our current penalty logic is more solid, such as calling boarding, charging, checking from behind, and both regular and goalie interference more reliably. As I have mentioned before, in Be a Pro, there are different ways to start out your career. Do you always start in the CHL? This one is, you will be able to start on any NHL team, but you can also play through the ranks and then get drafted to an NHL team. And then this one, will Doc yell score like he does in real life when someone scores a goal? And being my college major right here, the audio team has done a great job of capturing the energy Doc has around goalie calls, so you're definitely going to hear some new voices, new noises, I guess you could say, from Doc Emmerich this year, which is going to be pretty exciting. Okay, will you be able to take timeout and changing goalies without pausing the game? Not for this year. We have added the timeout sequences back into the game, though, respecting all the unique bench locations of each of the stadiums, and also added in goalie swaps so that the broadcast team can focus on the new goalie before the start of the next face-off. So there's one new animation that will probably be in this game this year. As you guys know, that you will be able to swap your goalies this year, which is going to be a huge improvement, especially in HUT, which also means that there's going to be, I guess, certain broadcasts, intros, or new voice animations, I guess you could say, when there's going to be a change in the goaltender, but no timeouts without pausing the game. And finally, these last two questions on EASHL and GM mode. In EASHL, will you be able to create your own player from scratch again? I got confused with the OTP where it says you will play as NHL players. Yes, you will play as a created PO in EASHL, and you will only be able to use previously created skaters in OTP, playing as a member of either a specific team or a specific league. And will there be in-game simulation in GM mode? Yes, the in-game simulation once again will be back for GM mode. So there's some of the new questions that have been answered on this page, guys. Remember, if you want to go look at them for yourself or all the previous questions, go to www.easports.com/NHL/ask. Ask your own question. There have been 17,000 questions that have been asked so far on this site, and hopefully we'll get some more awesome questions that will be answered in the future. But this one, I'm pretty excited about EASHL bringing back the monthly playoffs. Kind of disappointing that there won't be any offline HUT challenges that we can do to either earn packs or coin bonuses. And basically everything else is exactly the same, and I'm looking forward to the scouting next year of, not really the scouting in the game, but the scouting that EA scouts will do when determining what the player ratings are going to be next year. So I'm looking pretty forward to that. So like I said, the link is in the description, guys. Go check out this page, ask your own questions. Other than that, I'll be back for some more NHL 16 news whenever it is released. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time.